Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 4. Last episode we took a look in the windswept farms, found an eye-beast, and discovered that he had a canister that there is likely no way we're really going to get. So, that said, perhaps we should go take a look at some other areas. Specifically the only other real location we can go in aside from Kima'us, the Grey Ghost Gates. Sure, why not? Also, it doesn't look like there's really that much left. I think we're almost done here. I mean, I see two doors there, and there's only two other ways it can go, so yeah, I think we're almost done. I think we're in endgame here. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see. The pass ahead is blocked by massive stone gates. They are recently built, and they bear the marks of Drakon architecture, unadorned, huge, stone, and hastily made using magic and servile labor. The Grey Ghost Mountains lie beyond the gate. These icy mountains are a barren, desolate place, home only to a few small mammals and to plants specially designed by the Shapers. Once they were remote and neglected by settlers. Now the mountains have a new role. They are a rebel citadel, used for secret research and experimental shaping, and they are the home, somewhere, to the Northforge Citadel, if it still survives. Is it me, or is every endgame area some barren, inhospitable location? Grey Ghost Gates, none pass without permission of Kesaus. Always seems like whoever is the last group you see is always in the most inhospitable of locations. There is a lone Drakon standing guard between the two gates. Drakons are a larger, more powerful variant of Drakon, originally created by Galdring, who then shaped himself into the newer, stronger form. They are enormous, terrifying creatures, and this one is even more frightening because of his bad mood. Drakons don't like cold. Standing guard in this bitter weather is making this creation very irritable.
Halt! I Chors, Master of Gates, Great Defender, I come to stop you!
Not all Drakons are proficient with humanoid tongues. They are working hard to make their own secret sibilant language.
None go in without say of Kesaus, so I stop you now.
Tell me about the gates. Chor starts to try to describe them, but is soon tripped up by your language.
New gates, where we hold off and slay the Shapers. We build big and strong. Grey Ghost Mountains, ours.
Who is doing the work?
Drakons, serviles, together. Creations, until my orders, all respect other creations. Other Drakons feel other, not me.
Tell me about the mountains beyond.
I not tell. If you let go past, you go town Kima'us. It just east. They say what you need to know.
Chor stares at you irritably. You note that the snowflakes evaporate into little hisses of steam when they hit his back. I have permission to enter the Grey Ghost Mountains. The Drakon nods.
The word came. Galdring sent. You enter. You go in, go east to Kima'us. They send on to Northforge.
Is there anything I can do here?
No, you best go. We not trust. Much to do. You need hurry. Fast. You move on. You wander here, Drakon get mad. You get fought.
Is there anything else I should know about the mountains? Despite his power and bulk, the constant effort of talking is starting to wear him down.
You go east to Kima'us. You go to Northforge. Stay on path, not wander. Many creations up here. Some angry, some mad. They may be bad at you.
That's all for now, thanks. Well, okay then. What's this say? Drakon quarters. Outsiders stay out. Okay, we'll stay out of there. Serviles. There are quite a few serviles living in this camp, working with the Drakons to excavate new tunnels and maintaining the trays of crops specially made to grow in this harsh environment. They are exhausted, worn-down creatures, but they are happy. You only speak with them a short time, but they have a contagious sense of purpose and enthusiasm about the construction of their new home. Well, that's something. I'm guessing this door isn't going to open. There are a lot of Drakons in this fort. Some are here to defend against Shaper raids. Others are helping the serviles with the heavy work. You don't get a lot of talk out of them. They are remote and rude, like most of their race. However, you are impressed by how hard they are working with the serviles to build a decent fort here, despite the bitter cold. Well, here's a route south. Frostwood. That's interesting. But yeah, like I said, it always seems like the most hostile group is always in the most hostile territory. Maybe not in Geneforge 1, but Geneforge 2 was... the Takers were in a barren, inhospitable land. Geneforge 3, the rebels started off in a cold, frozen island that nobody wanted to go to, the Isle of Spears. Geneforge 4... Geneforge 4 is the Grey Ghost Mountains. Yeah, like I said. That's just a Drakon. We can't really trade with him, I guess. Despite the fact that it looks like a trading outpost. Or he's a quartermaster, or something like that. Let's see. Up here... couple random serviles. Not really much in here, is there? No, not much in here at all. Oh, hello. Nobody's here. And a trapped path here. Ah, canister! Mine! Essence armor increase. Nice. Very nice. Alright. You know what? I think we're also going to go into Kima-Us. Because, yeah, there's really nothing else here. So, yeah. This episode is going to be 2 areas. Onwards to Kima-Us. Right here. Alright then. The obelisk in front of you identifies the settlement as Kima-Us. It is a small village located in a wider section of this valley. The rock wall stretching up to either side provides some protection from the icy winds. Looks like most of the residents of Kima-Us are creations. You can see serviles peering out at you from warrens in the walls, and the massive tracks of drakes and drakons are everywhere. Kima-Us. Yep. Well, there's a drake in here. This shop is run by an old drake. It's surprising that you don't see more drakes serving as shopkeepers. Their natural acquisitiveness combined with their ability to incinerate shoplifters would seem to make them natural for the job. He approaches you and introduces himself. His speech is remarkably clear. I welcome you to my shop, traveler. My name is Gaspar. I am the proprietor here, and I would be honored if your money enriched my hoard. You wish to increase your hoard? That is a great motivation for many of my kind. It is a powerful compulsion, the desire to make a hoard, a great source of honor and influence, and mental comfort as well. Why do drakes have such a strong desire to have a hoard? An excellent question. I believe that when the Shapers first created our minds, they gave them many powerful properties. The greed was a side effect, perhaps unfortunate, of this process. I do really find it interesting how the drakes and drakons do admit they are very greedy. They know this. This was most likely not intended, but it's the way they are, so they revel in it. Where is your hoard? I know you did not mean to give offense, but such a question is considered highly impolite. Yeah, I imagine it could be. Gaspar waits nearby attentively, ready to pounce the moment he suspects that he might make a sale. What do you have to sell? Ooh, torrent gem. You know what? We'll buy it just so we have an extra. And we need to sell things. Let's see. Sell those, sell that, sell those, sell those. You know what? In all honesty, I think we'll sell these healing spores. Regular healing pods are not very useful. Healing spores are the same. Major healing spores will be better. Plus this makes a bit more room for us to carry crap. Do you have any canisters? I am pleased that you have asked. I recently got in a shipment of truly high-quality canisters from Northforge Citadel. Since the Drakons took over there, they have no use for them, and I got them for a very affordable rate. These are canisters that had capabilities in the shaping arts. If you would like to learn to make the top tier of creation, just ask. Each can be had for a mere 2,000 coins. You were able to haggle them down to 1,500 coins each. Yeah, we're not really going to be able to shape those creations. But do you have a way for me to learn spells? Gaspar looks around nervously. I don't, but I shouldn't be saying this. The Drakons would be annoyed if they knew I sent someone to him. But I've heard, let's say rumors, that there is someone hiding in the Frostwoods southwest of here who will teach spells. For a price. Interesting. We'll definitely be going there then. I'm pretty sure those doors are all going to be locked, so we're not going to bother. Alright. Well, let's look around. Let's see. The southern part of the town is guarded by a cadre of powerful cryodrakes. Each wears a sash and several pieces of flashy jewelry. You try to talk to one of them, but it is a quiet and serious creation. It lets out a harsh growl and looks away. Well, okay then. This clear area is like most of the warrens in Kima-Us, except that it is open to the sky. A lone cryodrake lives back here, enjoying the cold. When you approach, it lets out a long, low hiss. Cybioris. No offense given, no need for duel, but I will not talk. Go, leave me. I just want to know a few small things. Talk to Hartle, talk to Drostro, then you get both sides of argument. Not me. Leave me. Aren't you bothered by the cold? She gives you an incredulous look. I am Cryodrake. I'm not bothered by it. I feed off it. Leave me. Very well. We will leave you be. Both sides of the argument, though. There is a Drakon patrolling the pathways of Kima-Us. His massive body generates a lot of heat. When he takes a step, the snow under his feet melts and disappears in a hiss and a cloud of steam. The cold is bothering him a lot, and he decides to take it out on you. He walks up to you and blocks your path.
I am Rivas. I am a Drakon. If you intrude our town, you pay toll. Add to my horde 50 or no pass.
I was sent here by Galdring. You want to argue with him? Rivas stops and thinks. The thought of angering Galdring gives him pause.
Little one, I let you go, but you no bother me, and you go.
He stalks off. Bakery. This warren is only blocked off from the cold outside by a thick curtain hanging over the entrance. It is nice and warm inside, though, because of the two ovens. This is the town bakery, where much of its food is made and carried out to the serviles, because I imagine the Drakes and Drakons don't eat bread. The baker greets you. She is a young servile, warmly dressed and covered with flour. The visitor. In my little bakery. I am Kalalu, she says, smiling. Pleased to meet. Eager to help to sell a thing. Can I buy some bread? Bread and roll. Yeah. Would you like to buy something from me? I am humble baker. Baked for shapers. Escaped. Bake here. Not rich, not fighter. Talk to Gaspar. He is the trader Drake. Where are you originally from? I am from Porifera. Worked there in bakery. Was given by shapers to master to help in the baking. But not dumb. Could talk and think. Escaped early in the war. Fled Porifera. She sighs. She looks very sad. What's wrong? Just one thing I miss. Miss cake. Could make wonderful cakes. Big and sweet. Haven't had in a long time. No sugar here, no eggs. Oh well. Much rather be free here. Just one thing I miss. You know, we never did get cake for that other servile in the previous game. We'll definitely have to see if we can find cake for this little servile. I imagine she'll want it. It would be nice. Let's see. Private chambers. Non-Drakons keep out. Okay, we'll keep out. Don't want to piss off the Drakons. Here's a Drakon. Usually, when the rage strikes you while talking to someone, it's after receiving some slight or bit of disrespect. There is something different about this Drakon. Just being around her makes you want to fight her. Maybe the shaping you have undergone is clouding your perception, but she is looking at you as if you are an insect, not worth her time. She snorts, filling the air with sulfur smoke.
Ah, the little life crafter. I am Drostro, the new commander of Kimaus, given new command through the orders of Galdring. Your visit will be short. You will do your business here and go.
You are commander here?
Yes, Galdring selected me personally. This settlement looked useful, so I was sent here to properly administer it and turn it into a real asset for the Drakon Rebellion.
Who was in control before?
The village was founded by a bunch of serviles. They did a good job of establishing it. Then the Drakons came to take control and lift Kimaus to its true potential.
Ahem. And what did the serviles think of you taking control?
Does it matter?
Well, I may have to challenge you to a duel, Drostro, because you just said that to a servile who used the Geneforge and killed a couple Drakons. Drostro stares down at you disdainfully. Though she is as huge and imposing as all other Drakons, you still have a powerful urge to teach her some humility. These strange and uncontrollable feelings are as unnerving as always. You say this place is for the Drakon Rebellion?
I suppose I should just say the rebellion, but all know that the Drakons are the only ones having success fighting the Sheepers. If you do not like that, go out and do better.
She sees how angry her words make you, and she smiles. I have done better. I've gotten the rebels out of Ilya province. I got them out of whatever the first province we were in was. I managed to solve the entire problem going on in the Fens of Azarath. I took care of the various Shapers protecting the barrier zone, and I've made Burwood province safer for the rebellion. What did you do? I could use supplies and training.
Of course. It is only that need which lets you into here to begin with. Go talk to the merchants, get what you need, and get out.
I expect some respect from you.
Humans and serviles, they keep demanding respect, but they do nothing in the war to earn it. They just lose and lose more. Only the Drakons have the clarity to see what needs to be done.
She sees how angry her words are making you, but she keeps goading you.
You get no respect from me. You get nothing. You are nothing.
Take that back or I will destroy you.
Yes, a challenge, a duel, you fool. One less ally of Galdring's for us to tolerate.
Uh-oh. Well, this was a bad idea. We're gonna die here, most likely. Yeah, we're gonna die here. Especially when we're surrounded by cryo drakes like this. Well... Okay, we really need to be more careful. This is the problem with the canisters. Sure, they give you lots of free power, all over the place. But this happens. So, yeah. I'll be back once we get back to this point. Okay, that's the end of that conversation. We'll just not have to get angry at her like that. And not demand respect like that, otherwise the entire town will try to kill us. Oh hey, their trash pit. Oh hey, a living tool. Always check the trash pits. Sure, it seems stupid to be rummaging through trash like that, but hey, you might find something. Private chambers, non-Drakons keep out. Yeah, okay, we'll keep out. There are several serviles working here. They are digging out several new warrens. Each is heavily wrapped in several layers of robes and cloaks. You try to talk to them about their work, but they're too heavily bundled up. All you hear are indistinct mumbles. Well, okay then. I guess the serviles do need to keep warm. Most of this clearing is taken up by pots and long stone trays, all of which are full of large, healthy green plants. They seem strangely undisturbed by the cold and the snow. This is one of the less flashy but more astonishing abilities of those who can shape, making flora that can colonize even the more hostile lands of Terrestia. You suspect that given years, the Grey Ghost Mountains will be lush and green. Still icy and hostile, of course, but green. Hello, Servile. This Servile is remarkably muscular. He is clearly one of the varieties that the Shapers designed for constant, unrelenting physical labor. Based on the tools and ropes filling his warren, he must be a woodsman and, to a lesser extent, a carpenter. He looks capable of hauling trees back to town all by himself. He looks very nervous when you try to talk to him. He's clearly someone who is more comfortable with solitude. I greet you. I am Zizmani. I bring wood, and I work with it. Can I see what you have for sale? He silently shows you what he has for sale, mainly lumber and chairs. Nothing that you want to haul around with you in the mountains. I don't know, a chair would be nice to sit on after walking around all the time like this. Ugh. Tell me about Kimaus. We Serviles call it Kima. Kimaus is only the Drakon name for it. I was a Servile that came here with learned Hartel to try to make a place for ourselves. We did, for a while. So the Drakons changed the name. Zizmani points to the northeast. You should talk to learned Hartel. He tells about things better than me. That is, if you want to know more about your town. What do you think about the Drakons? Nothing I would say now. It is private. Zizmani shuffles nervously around his shop. You can't tell whether he's more uncomfortable with having people around or with the presence of a lifecrafter. You suppose that it doesn't make a difference either way. Where do you get wood? The best trees are in the valley to the south. That is where they have grown longest. Shaper-made trees, twisted and hard to work. But it is wood, and it does burn. It is scary going there for wood, but it is the best choice. Shaper-made trees? There were no trees in the Grey Ghost Mountains. Then the Shapers made a tree that grows up here. A miserable, wiry thing with a few leaves in the summer, but it lives and it can be used. Why is it scary? There is a gazer there, guarding the valley from intruders. It leaves me alone, but it might not forever. If you go there, try not to make it angry. Gazers are frightening. And there is something else. Something strange. What is strange? There is a cave in the valley to the southwest. Frostwood, it's called. It was empty. Now it is not. One night traps appear around it overnight. I see footprints. I hear strange sounds. The Drakons don't listen to me when I say, but something is there. It frightens me. If you were to see what is there, I would pay you if I can. I would like to know that it is safe for my peace of mind. Where exactly is this cave? Leave Kimaus to the west and go south before you reach the gates. In the valley, go southwest. The cave is deep in the wiry trees. Well, we'll definitely take a look at that. I mean, why wouldn't we? Okay. Oh, look at that! Oh, I'm guessing this is a tinker in here. Or something like that. Dahlia's shaped tools, yeah. This Servile is quite young. She has a tranquil, unworried attitude that is quite rare these days. She smiles and bows when you enter her home. I am pleased to see you. Pleased you could make it here at last. I did want to talk to you. I am Dahlia, a humble breeder of shaped tools. You look around her home and see the tools of her trade. The tongs, the food, the tools, everything necessary to grow living tools and batons and convert them into a usable form. You breed shaping tools? That is what I was trained to do. The rebels don't yet have the skills to shape proper tools for themselves. They must take the existing shaper designs for the living tools, mines, batons, and such, and breed them themselves. The shapers do this too, they just don't absolutely have to. Where did you learn this craft? Elsewhere. Okay. Can I buy some of your tools? Huh. Reapers, submission thorns, reaper baton, submission baton, and various living tools. I'll take a couple. Why not? At least we know where we can get living tools if we need them. Well, a couple more anyway. Let's see. There's a house in here. Hello. There is a Servile sitting at this table, drinking tea and staring off into space. He looks like he has had a long life of fleeing or opposing the Shapers. When he turns to face you, you can see that he has lost a leg. Ah, the Lifecrafter. Welcome to the humble village of Kima. What it is being turned into. I am called Learned Hartel, once the leader here, but no longer. If you want something, you should go talk to Drostro. You were the leader of Kimaus? Hartle goes from depressed to furious in a moment. Not Kimaus, Kima! That is the name we gave it when we built it. Then the Drakons came. They took our home, changed the name, started giving orders. Some Servals wish I was in charge. No matter, the Drakons are rising. You built this village? Yes, we chose a place out of the way. A place where those like me, who were tired of war, could come to work and find husbands and wives and try to live out life in peace, like proper creatures. We fought the cold and made a place for ourselves, and the Drakons came and did the Shaper's job for them. Why did the Drakons take over? Because it is in their nature, I suppose. They need more places to house and feed the armies they would make. We had the start of a fort here in their eyes, so they took it. Learned Hartle sits at his table, silently sipping tea. He is pretty depressed. You can't get much conversation out of him. Where did you come from originally? I am not as old as I look. Life has aged me quickly. I was born under the rule of Shapers in a village called Dry Peak, a village that doesn't exist anymore. Where is Dry Peak? In some mountains west of Ilya province. I have always been drawn to mountains. Why doesn't Dry Peak exist anymore? Because the mountains it is in were where the Drakons were created. It is the cradle of the rebellion. When the Shapers saw what had been spawned there, they came and purged all of those lands. But you escaped? Many did, including young Galdring. We all fled to the northern lands. These mountains here are where the current rebellion grew into full flower. Who is in charge here now? Drostro is in charge now, as arrogant a Drakon as you would ever hope to not meet. She is in my old hall in the southwest corner of Kima, and she spends her time... What can you tell me about her? You should avoid her. She has been loud in her anger about your being allowed here. She would like nothing more than to goad you into a fight. She will not help you. Is there something else you want to say about Drostro? There is something strange about her. Before she took over, we had dug out chambers behind my hall, now her hall. She has sealed off those chambers. Nobody but her is allowed inside. I would like to know what is back there. I see no reason that you would find out more for me, but if you did, I would find a way to pay you. I think I can do that. Why would I not, after all? You know what, I think I'll leave that be. I see a canister, but it'll probably make people angry. Much as I may want it. Let's see. That's the way out east, so that leads to... Gresselin Freehold. Okay. Not much more to this place, I think. That's probably just leads back to the north exit. Yeah, that's the north exit. So... all that's left now... well, actually, first we'll take a look in here, which is actually a completely empty and abandoned shop. Okay, then. So, I think we'll go take a look at these rooms behind the Drakon's quarters, to see if we can find out what he's been doing. Alright. Well, we could pick the lock at least. Let's see. Wing bolts! Crap, crap, crap. Let's not take the wing bolt route. Instead, let's take the other route. That's probably the sneaky, trappy route. Sure, use a living tool. Aye! Aha! Careful, careful, careful. There we go. Perfect. Mandrake tincture. You know, we have plenty already, we don't need any more. Let's see. There is a lone drake patrolling the private chambers. She is bored and tired, but you are hard to miss in these narrow corridors. When she sees you, she is furious. The cold and tedium aren't improving her attitude. She says through chattering teeth, "Didn't you see the sign, foolish one? No outsiders here. The Drakons are clear. If you're still in here in 5 seconds, I'll shout the alarm." But I have permission to be here. Ask the Drakons. It is a weak excuse, delivered with great confidence and conviction. The drake starts to argue with you, but the constant cold has drained away much of her energy. "Next time I see a Drakon, I will ask about your story. Do what you need to do and get out." Very well. You have managed to slip into the private chambers of the Drakons. You find something unusual. It's something you have seen many times before, but in Shaper Outposts, not a rebel town. It is a small shaping laboratory, a place where someone who wanted to make a new sort of creation could do so using the harsh techniques of the Shapers. The way it is done is to make an existing creation, but change the technique slightly. Apply a slightly different intensity of magic to the unformed creature, or apply power to a slightly different spot. The new creation will be different. Most of the time it comes out malformed and twisted, or in agony, or dead. In this case, it is reabsorbed and a new thing is tried. These practices are despised by creations for obvious reasons, and yet the Drakons here are doing the same thing. It is alarming, but perhaps not surprising. One of their creations is on the platform ahead. It is a rotgroth held in place by magical bonds struggling to get free. The bonds don't look as strong as they should be. Suddenly the experimental rotgroth breaks loose from its bonds. Looks like a partially successful experiment, stronger and hardier than the usual design, with exceptional abilities. If only it wasn't in constant agony and completely insane, it might be a promising design. Oh well. You concentrate on the creature, struggling to calm it. It is a true test of skill. Anyone with less than your amazing reserves of focus and will wouldn't succeed. You calm the rotgroth. It lets you pass. Let's see. Essence-infused skin. Wow. And a canister essence orb. Not really something for us, but okay. And that's the doorway out. Okay. We've done what we need to do. We took the canister we were handily allowed to use. Now let's go tell the learned servile about what we saw. They will likely not be happy. I come with news. Drostro has a small shaping laboratory behind her hall. You describe what Drostro has been doing. Your words shake Learned Hartle out of his sorrow and apathy. No. A shaping lab, like the Shapers have, with all the cruelty, the senselessness. So we have fought so hard, just to make a new generation of Shapers in the Drakons? Will our struggles never end? Thank you, Lifecrafter. I will take what you have told me and make use of it. I would suggest leaving Kiba soon. If Drostro learns what you have done, she will be furious. Learned Hartle goes into his private chambers and returns with the ring. He gives it to you. Thank you. I hope that is fair payment for the risks you took. Impervious band. We'll sell it, because I like Donal's band a lot more. I do wonder, can we get that without having everyone try to kill us? Well, let's find out. No, let's not. I don't think we'll need that. So, yeah. Let's, in that case, next episode, we'll probably take a look at the woods to the southwest. We did have a quest there of sorts, so we will do so. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44, that is Enrique Moyes and Faye. This has been a Geneforge 4 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.